But luckily there's nothing in there that's gonna kill you if it's not cooked all the way. Hello interwebs and welcome back. I'm Shana and this is where I share my life and stories, adventures, and opinions, and whatever else I feel like. And today we are back with another episode of Shana's Ratchet Kitchen. And today's Ratchet Kitchen might be a little more ratchet than usual because I might have already almost burnt the house down. I was making chicken for vodka this morning. I put it in the pot to boil for her and I might have gotten a little distracted and yeah, that happened. But here we are now. And today we're gonna be doing a little bit of baking. Today I'm going to be making some chickpea chocolate chip cookies, which I know sounds a little crazy, sounds a little weird, sounds a little out there. But I have a feeling it's gonna be really delicious because I used to make this like cookie dough that was made from chickpeas and was supposed to be healthy a long time ago. So I hope these turn out good and I hope everything's fine. But I want to take a little spin, a little twist on the recipe. We're going to be making the recipe, which I will link down below, but we're also going to be making a second recipe that I'm going to add matcha to, because who doesn't love matcha? And I mean, yeah, there's probably a lot of people who don't love matcha, to be fair. I love matcha and I think maybe it'll be good. I guess we'll find out. But let me tell you what you need to make these cookies. You will need one 15-ounce can of chickpeas, aka Garbanzo beans. And I think this is 15.5 ounces. So one can is nearly the perfect amount and you're gonna need to drain and rinse them. The next ingredient was half a cup of almond or cashew butter. Now, I had a dilemma trying to find almond or cashew butter at the store that did not have palm oil in it. So instead, I'm sticking with some of this natural sunflower butter that I had bought before to make these like little protein ball things. And we've also got some peanut butter, and I don't think either of these have palm oil in them. Yep, this one doesn't. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Companies, get it together. You don't need to put palm oil in your nut butter. It doesn't belong in there. Why is there, I should have checked this before I bought it before. I'm very sorry. But as you can tell, this has already been well loved. So I can't take that back, but don't buy Great Value peanut butter. Apparently it has palm oil in it. That's frustrating. We're also gonna need half a cup of maple syrup, and I don't know a lot about maple syrup, so maybe my Canadians out there can school me on this, but this is the one that I got. It was the, you know, smallest bottle for the best value, basically. We're also gonna need 2 teaspoons of vanilla, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt. That wasn't as fancy looking as I thought it was gonna be. And half a cup of dark chocolate chips. I found these ones that I was interested in because they said they were allergen free, pure and simple ingredients, free from peanuts, tree nuts, egg, milk, wheat, soy, fish, shellfish. They're USDA organic, they're certified vegan, and they're non-GMO. So, I mean, should we just, test it out to make sure they taste fine? Quality check, yeah? Oh my God, these are actually delicious. All right, that's dangerous. So our oven has already been preheated to 350 degrees. So let's go ahead and get started with this recipe. I'm first gonna drain and rinse these guys, and I'm gonna do each recipe, the one with the matcha and the one without the matcha, one at a time, so that way there's no confusion for me because, well, if you haven't been here a while, you're in for a surprise. We're gonna add these guys to the food processor and hopefully not make a mess. I wonder if our food processor is gonna be big enough. So why not? I'm thinking maybe in this little half cup, just kind of eyeballing half of it as the sunflower butter and half of it as the peanut butter. Oh, oven's ready. That's about half of that. flinging peanut butter everywhere. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, so we got about half a cup. Let's put it in the food processor as well. Why do I feel like I'm gonna make a mess? Probably because I always make a mess. Let's be honest with ourselves. Honesty. It's not for you, vodka. I'm sorry, it's not for you. All right, it says to blend this on high for 1 minute. Next, we need to add the half a cup of maple syrup. So let's do that. It's a lot of maple syrup, actually. Now we have to blend again for 2 to 3 minutes and scrape down the sides every minute or so. They say that we want the recipe to be lump-free. Sorry, Princess Lumpy. We don't want any lumps around here today. I'm the only lump that's allowed. Next, we need to add in the baking soda, baking powder, and salt. So half a teaspoon of the baking powder, half a teaspoon, yeah. Half a teaspoon of salt and baking soda as well. So everything, it's kind of nice. All the ingredients are about the same amount. So if you accidentally mix things up, which I've done before, don't go worry too much because you're putting the same exact amount of everything anyway. We're just gonna blend her up again. The next step says to make sure that it is cool because it can get hot in the blender or processor, but we're not gonna leave it in there because we're gonna make a second batch, and whatever I can't fit on the cookie tray today, I'm actually just gonna put in the freezer or the fridge for later. So we're just gonna go ahead and transfer this to a container that I'm now, or next, going to add the chocolate chips to.
10 seconds later.
Quality check. That's tasty. Now it does only call for half a cup of chocolate chips, but we all know that half a cup of chocolate chips or 2/3 a cup of chocolate chips, it's not that different, except it's gonna taste a little better. So we're gonna add 2/3 of a cup to this because frankly, I just don't wanna clean the other half a cup because I need to use it again and it's got sticky stuff in there. So now let's mix this up. Obviously, if you wanted to use white chocolate, or I saw they had espresso or some other kind of chocolate, you could. Why do I feel like this is not enough chocolate chips? Like, I feel like, yeah, we gotta add some more chocolate chips to this. That's not too many. Now let's follow all of the same steps for batch number 2, except we're gonna add matcha to it this time. And I'm gonna start by adding, let's start with a 1/4 cup of matcha and see how green it gets, and then see if we need to add some more from there. So I'll come back to you when we're adding the matcha in 3, 2, 1. I just realized I didn't add vanilla to the other batch, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that now. It's only 2 teaspoons. I can just spoon it in while this is blending. Oops.
While Patchy pulls himself together, let's see how SpongeBob's party is shaping up.
And we're back. And of course my little snap thing didn't work out because of course I missed an ingredient in the first one, but that's fine. Let's add some matcha and see what this looks like. What did I say I was gonna use? I can't remember what I said I was gonna use now, but let's start with this 1/3 cup and see how it looks in there. Ooh, ooh. And that, my friends, is a nice green color, so I think that might do it. Let's add the rest of the ingredients, add the chocolate chips, and then I'll show you what both of the batters look like.
Moments later.
Mom, you know what this batter looks like? You know when you eat something with like blue food coloring in it, or something that has like green? All right, so we have our 2 different batters. We have the regular chickpea cookie dough batter and the matcha chickpea cookie dough batter. Now we're going to plop these onto our cookie dough pan thing and I don't know how many are gonna fit on there, but we're definitely gonna have leftovers. Now we're just gonna slide this in the oven and bake for 12 to 14 minutes. We're gonna start with 12 and see what they look like and go from there. In case you're wondering how much batter is left over too, it looks like about half of one of these containers is gonna make 3, 6, 9, 12 cookies. Well, no, half of each of these makes 12 cookies. So a whole one probably makes 12 cookies. Math.
15 minutes later.
All right, I think they're done. We ended up doing probably closer to the 15-minute mark. You can see the matcha ones didn't quite spread out. I wonder if we would need to add like more maple syrup or something to get them to do that more. But these ones, they look like normal chocolate chip cookies. So we're just gonna let them cool and then we get to taste testing, guys.
5 minutes later.
All right, so right off the bat, I'm just gonna say the matcha ones need a little bit of work. They're a little bit crumbly. I think adding the matcha powder made it so it didn't do what the other ones did, but I love matcha. Those taste really good. Figuring out how to make it more cookie-like and less crumble-like would be the key there. Let's try these ones. Ooh, that looks good. It tastes really good. I probably could have cooked it a little bit longer, but I like really squishy cookies, so I'm into it. Which one do you want to start with? This one or the matcha?
The matcha.
Okay.
Oh, it is crumbly.
Do you like matcha stuff?
Some.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad. What kind of chips did you use?
Dark chocolate?
Oh, okay. That's where the little bitter comes.
Well, matcha is also bitter.
No, this was the chip.
Oh, okay.
They don't even taste like they're really cooked. It tastes more like cookie dough.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking these will too. Also good, but yeah, you just need to cook them more, or I don't know what you did to moisten them.
Maple syrup?
Maybe a little less. Okay. Oh, very good one. But they're good.
All right, Andrew, you're up. Which one you want to try first?
These are my favorite. The brown ones.
Which one you want to try first?
The dark one.
The matcha? Do you like matcha?
I don't know what matcha is.
It's like green tea,
I'm just gonna
like
put it in
really
my mouth
strong
and try
green
it
tea.
and see what happens.
Speak up, you.
He mumbles.
Alright.
Okay.
You taste a little bit of bitter in it, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cookie.
That one's pretty good.
You like it?
Yeah. Yeah, I like this one.
It just needs to cook more.
Yeah, I probably needed to cook it a little longer. But luckily there's nothing in there that's gonna kill you if it's not cooked all the way. They're vegan and gluten-free.
It's like cookie dough.
Padre, come on. Which one do you want to try first?
We'll try this one.
You want to try this one first?
Sure.
Okay. So Padre's trying the regular chocolate chip first.
It's okay. It was a little bitter.
I mean, it's because it's dark chocolate.
That's because of the chocolate chip.
Well, I don't know. I'm just a consumer.
Yeah.
Not an expert.
You don't like dark chocolate?
Not really.
But it has,
Well,
Not a big fan.
but it has the taste of a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, it does. It does. Just a little bitter.
you're not gonna like that one, yeah. Matcha's really bitter, and the dark chocolate's bitter too.
No, don't like this one at all.
Eat the rest of your other one. He's not into it, clearly.
Clearly, that's fine. I'll eat it. I definitely think we have a win with these. I've got to work on the matcha recipe so it makes them less crumbly. But I mean, as it falls apart as I pick it up, they still look pretty good. They taste good. And it was the right amount of matcha, I think, for the other ingredients we added in. And then the other cookies turned out great. Maybe cook them a little longer so that way they're a little more thoroughly cooked, but I personally like the little bit more cookie doughy kind of thing. If you guys try these recipes out at home, you'll have to let me know how they turn out for you and what you think about it. But guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this one. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you don't know what to comment down below, leave some cookie emojis, and if you have the matcha cup emoji, leave that too. Not only does that help my channel a lot, but it lets me know that you were here. It gives us a chance to chat. It lets me know you made it to the end of the video. And of course, I just love to see your faces down there. If you want another way to help on my channel, down below there are links to my website, my merch store, and my Patreon. There's zero obligation to check any of those out, but if you want to, you can. Let me know what you want to see me make next. Have a wonderful day, night, whatever it is where you are. Stay kinky AF, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Bless you! Go Zoom tight!
What do you make?
Two
You don't
different.
have the camera on right now, do you?
Yeah, I do.
And you're licking the spatula and then Shana.
It's my recipe. It's not like I'm making it for strangers. I wouldn't lick the spatula if I was making it for strangers.
But you want us to taste test?
Yeah.
Don't lick the